20 weird things students sent teachers. According to Reddit. Number 20. My college roommate wrote poetry. Her assignment started with a B, but she sent her poem titled Backseat Love to her professor by accident. Very erotic poem. Noticed immediately and frantically ran to his office and supposedly caught him before he opened it. Made him delete it. She was a mess for a week. After that, though. Isn't that something? Number 19. Nothing too strange. Last year I had a couple. One was a Garfield meme, and the other was a Photoshop picture of Theresa May wearing a snapback. Pretty sure they were both intentional, though. That second one sounds like a really lousy meme. Some people should be ashamed, man. Some people should be ashamed that their moves are so weak. Number 18. I had a student turn in a paper that was almost 100% plagiarized. It was the most obvious case of Control-C, Control-V. I confronted her about it, and she claimed that she had no idea it was plagiarized. I said, "Really? You didn't know it was plagiarized?" She said, "Well, I mean, it's not like I plagiarized it myself." She had a friend write her paper, and her friend screwed her over. Well, isn't that something? Number 17. I once had a student send me a screenshot of lazy town porn with the caption that just said, "Love you." Oh my God. Somebody just said, "Oh lordy." Now, contextually, part of me wants to believe that maybe because of the "love you" at the end, this person has found somebody else who they can enjoy Lazy Town, Rule 34 or hentai with, which in itself is pretty crazy. I don't know, man. You guys should cherish the things that you can share with certain people, because I don't know. I like to think that if I were into a very specific brand of pretty much Rule 34 of something, the ability to share it with someone, I feel like that'd be pretty significant. I'm just gonna leave that there. There nothing more needs to be said about that. Lazy Town. It's a piece of cake to bake a plate of cake. Number 16. The weirdest thing to me is when students copy and paste their entire paper in the email instead of attaching a file. Seriously? In 2018? Well, school is just becoming an increasing number of hoops that people gotta jump through. Someone responds, I had someone in my college class that didn't know how to center text in Word. They would tab every single line, and it was obviously off center. I don't know how they got this far with no one telling them. Well, what can you even do, man? This list is flying by, and I only looked up, let's say, 3 candidates for possible lists that I could read tonight. So if it goes by significantly quickly, I mean, I'll probably consider one of the other lists that I looked up. So number 15, a student had her water break on her assignment and turned it in, did not touch it, and gave it 100% credit. Boy, how you know her water broke on it? Did she tell you? Did you see it? Someone responds, we had an applicant go into labor during an admission exam. She came out of the test room and said, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish. And I discreetly asked her if she needed help. Ooh, forgive me. If she needed help with reading the directions or questions, which is a very common occurrence. She laughed and told me that she was having contractions. Needless to say, we let her take the test again with no penalty a few months later. That's very kind. Very kind indeed. I always want to check my microphone to make sure I'm actually even, broadcasting. Sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me. I don't get no privacy. Who's watching? Sorry. Was that Michael Jackson in that song? I don't remember. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Yeah, I think it was Michael Jackson. What the hell Michael Jackson doing in this fucking guy song there? Was he in the video? I don't know. Maybe that would be pulling too much attention from Rockwell, who is nobody. Damn it. How did you get Michael Jackson to be in your video? Kind of M. Night Shyamalan bullshit is that? Alright. So here we go. Number 14. Not by accident, but I got a good laugh when a particularly challenging student thanked me for the course and included a picture of cake that said, thanks for tolerating me. Nice. Number 13. In college, I left a paper I had finished writing upon my open laptop and went out for the night. The next morning before class, I printed the paper and handed it in. I got it back a couple of weeks later, covered in red pen with shit like fuck my titties, butts, and penis circled throughout the paper. And my professor had written, roommates got to this, at the top of the first page. Classic. Fuck my titties. You know what I'm talking about? Hell yeah. I like the idea that the roommates are just like, well, and then they do the whole, like, imagine you interlock your fingers and then like put both your palms facing away from you and like stretch out your hands going, let's get to work. Butts, titties, butts and titties. And hands. Unbelievable. Give me a second. Here we go. Number 12. I once set out a picture of myself instead of my presentation. We can only hope that it was a damn good picture. Someone else responds, oh God, in one of my classes, our group used WhatsApp to communicate, and I never used it before. As we're all connecting or whatever, I noticed everybody has their personal pictures as their app. Oh my God. I noticed that everybody had their personal pictures as their avatar. Cut to me trying to choose my best picture to use, all the while accidentally setting each one as the group avatar. Thanks to the notifications, the entire group got to see each picture I tried and nixed. I had just split from my then wife about a month before it happened, so I've never gotten to tell that story to anyone because I had no friends at the time. You should all feel very special. Jesus Christ. I think the saddest and scariest part about life are when some people enter into a marriage and then are truly and utterly alone and have no one to even share anything with. Pretty sad and scary. How many people on Reddit do you think are just like people that used to be married, and then for whatever reason, be it divorce, be it they lost their spouse to a disease or an accident, and they just go through the damn motions on this site. Pretty scary, man. I'd never thought about it like that. So, number 11. Not a teacher, but I once sent in my Spanish homework to my history class by accident. I got it back saying, "Muy mal, Senor Bob." Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. As we reach the final 10 on this list of weird things that students sent teachers, I am inclined to ask everybody in the stream chat how they are. Here's hoping everybody's well. It's nice to see Prelude, Linda. I hope everybody's had a great day and that their day continues to, I don't know, be tolerable. And that at the very least your day tomorrow is better, if only by comparison. If you need me, you know where I'm at. Thank you for showing up tonight. I'll be here all week, my dude. Number 10. I used to teach German. Just leave it alone, Kyle. A lot of students don't understand how obvious it is when they use Google Translate, but this one submission really stood out. The assignment was just a typical weekly journal entry submitted online. I started reading this one kid's submission and pretty quickly realized that he had written everything in Google Translate and translated it into Dutch, not Deutsch, and the kid turned in an assignment in the completely wrong language. Got him. Nothing like a Google translated article. If any of you find a Google translated article that's particularly dank, send that shit my way. I'd love to read some crap like that. Poorly translated shit. That's my jam. That's my jam. Or better yet, just go to like an Indian people subreddit, you know? Somebody named Nope Fat says, "Torn meniscus, I'm doing not so well, but I hope your day is going better." And it seems that we can all claim to have had a better day than that. And I hope that you heal soon, my man. Number 9. One time, my college professor kept me after the lecture because he thought I was being bullied. I was instantly confused and asked him why. He showed me an assignment that I handed in, and the heading read, "My name has a tiny ass dick." Ooh, my friends are assholes. How y'all just leaving y'all, like, computer open in front of people and shit? That's the bizarre aspect of these stories. You're just leaving your computer open in front of people and shit. What the hell? Number 8. A friend in college changed every instance of the word man into Batman in one of my papers. I noticed and did a find and replace for every instance of Batman. I didn't anticipate there being Batmen as well. Nice. Batman. Somebody said, "What about the Bat women and the Bat children too?" And the guy says, "I changed them. I changed them all." This sounds like a really bad fan fiction where there's Batmen, Batwomen, and Bat children, and they all wear diapers. Diapers that need changing. Somebody's into it. And if that's you, I'd like to see your comment in the stream chat or after the fact, you know, on the video itself. I just want one person to be like, "Me, Kyle, I am into diaper." Unbelievable. Number 7. Not a teacher, but the idiot who did it. I once got thanked for the recipe. I printed out my paper in college and didn't realize my mother's recipe was stapled to the back. I got an A and a thanks for the recipe. Thanks for the recipe. It was delicious. It was delicious. Well, there you go. Delicious recipe. Number 6. The teacher that I was the TA for once told me that instead of a social essay, a person sent in their triple X rated fan fiction. Not 1 or 2, but triple the X. Triple the X. Bruh. Touch the butt. I'm unsure how a teacher is supposed to react in a case like this. Can they just stop when they see it's obviously the wrong thing, or do they have to read through all of it to verify the real thing is in fact not present? I feel like any teacher that's getting some triple X fan fiction is sharing that with anybody who's willing to listen, you know. Swaxical says, "Hey Kyle, you ready for September 20th?" And then Kyle strained his little man mind, trying to figure out what is significant about that day. Give me a moment. Oh, it's Mewtwo Day. I suppose I'm about as ready as I can be. Oh wait, odds are I'm not going to get the chance to go out. Isn't life funny like that? Ha 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 ha. Oh, I have an idea. It's called motherfucking spoofing. As we roll up to number 5, my roommate emailed our professor an assignment that was extremely confusing and a waste of time. She had named the file Dumb and forgot to change the name. The professor emailed back something like, "Interesting file name," and still gave her a fair grade for it. We thought it was hilarious. Someone responds, "I just told my husband about this thread, and he told me he apparently once sent a paper to a professor that he accidentally titled bullshit paper, and his professor completely dropped him from the class as punishment. I told him he should have fought that because it's ridiculous, but he didn't and actually retook the class instead." Wow. That's pretty interesting. That's all we can really say. Number 4. One time I printed off an essay in a hurry and grabbed all the paper that was on the tray. I was still living at home at the time. I got my essay back a couple of weeks later and flipped through it and realized that I'd included multiple pages of grocery store coupons, flyers, and that my dad had printed. The professor made no comment on it, but I felt so silly. I felt so silly. I felt so silly. Someone said, when you try to bribe the professor, but you broke his hell, so you bribe him with coupons. Coupons are better than bribe. Maybe not better than blowjob, but definitely better than bribe. He need to get his grocery game correct. Now, number 3. A friend of mine accidentally put his electric bill in the middle of a long political science paper in college. The professor simply wrote, "I hope you paid that on time now," with a couple of question marks on it. Nice. Somebody says, "That's not what I intended when I told him to put $100 bill with the paper to ensure a good grade." Nice. Nice. I'll never forget this one time I looked up a video in the middle of a stream, and it was like a black lady, and she was like eating or something, and then she just pulled a bill out. I was like, what the hell is going on? I truly lost my shit. I'm glad that nobody said. I think Tiffy Cakes was here. I truly lost my shit. That's old school though. That's from a way back list. Number 2, in college, someone caught on to the fact that one of the professors never read our weekly essays and instead randomly assigned a grade. One of my friends submitted the same essay every week, just under a different title. He got varying A's and B's on all of them. Somebody said risky, but if caught, I guess he could have just said he accidentally sent last week's. Well, isn't that something? Looks like Haley in the stream chat says, "Hand job?" To which I say, yes, please. Number 1 on the list of 20 weird things that students sent teachers kind of related. My senior year of high school, we had one assignment where we had to write a letter to our future selves, and our teacher would wait 5 years and then send them out. I got my letter this year and got all excited to read what I had written. Imagine my surprise when I opened it and there were 2 pieces of scratch paper. I had totally forgotten until that moment that as a perennial slacker in high school, I hadn't actually done the assignment and just turned in a sealed envelope with 2 random papers. The only thing I wrote on the paper was, "I hope you don't procrastinate anymore," and the year with my name. I played myself. Alright, that was over. Enlightening time. I guess I'll have to look up something else. The thing is, I looked long and hard when I was trying to figure out what I should read tonight. And to say that I couldn't find anything would be the understatement of a lifetime. The thing on the top of AskReddit right now is, Reddit, how would you feel about a law that bans radio stations from playing commercials with honking, beeping, and siren noises in them? Yeah, it's really just an anecdote. Somebody just going, you know what I can't stand? Peter Griffin going, you know what really grinds my gears? That's a pretty bad Peter impression, my dude. But you don't care. Like, I gotta stop waking up and then doing these lists. It's a problem. Right? But I did look up other potential candidates for a list. So this one is, what's the most disturbing piece of information you found out about that you could have gone the rest of your life without knowing? And I think, wait a minute, there's another teacher one. There's another teacher one. And I could give myself 20, but I'm not sure that I'm crazy enough to try to attempt it. A far better idea would probably be to start around 15. And then hopefully be able to squeeze my balls through the rest of this list. But if I normally read for around an hour, and I'm cutting this one so short, 15 shouldn't be an issue. So the new list is entitled, fairly similarly, Teachers of Reddit, what's the dumbest essay or assignment that you've received? So swap out weird for dumb, and we're good to go. As a matter of fact, if I'm a man about that giggledy-froosh, I could actually change the thumbnail right now from weird to dumbest, and that will make this whole transition a little bit easier. Easier than the transition of a man into a woman or a woman into a man, with all your hormones that you gotta take. Trying to flip them genitalia. You trying to flip it, put your thing down and reverse it. It's snurf on my niffaflan. You're making Missy Elliott references, my dude. I love it. Number 15 on the list of 20. No, you can't do 20. You gotta do 50. Look, change it to 15 too, because then you know you gotta be a man about integrity whole, and show the girl's whole the integrity that she deserves. The integrity she deserves. 15. 15. Dumbest things students said to teachers. According to Reddit, there were short blog posts due weekly, each worth 1%, adding up to 10 by the end of the semester. On the last week, a student posted the entire B-movie script. Something tells me that this student's actions were all the buzz. I'm sorry. Number 14. Typical middle school. Well, thank you, the true baby wren. Do you think that they were trying to spell barbarian? I guess we'll never know. Look at Jinx hanging on as stream boss. I wonder if someday someone will assault my Streamlabs link in the description and donate in a way that will make them the new stream boss. Number 14. Typical middle school English assignment of answering questions about a story. A student made up everything. The names, the events, they were all different. He essentially wrote a new story in the form of answers to the questions. We had even read the story as a class, and he tried to argue with me that he didn't make it up. I had another student copy someone else's answers and also tried to argue that he didn't. His argument was pretty sloppy, though, considering he also copied the name of the student that he cheated off of. How dumb do you need to be when you copy to paste the name of the douche? How can you be so dumb writing their shit instead on your paper, you froosh? Froosh is a new term that I'm calling people who want to be the first froosh in the goddamn comment section. And right on cue, some dude named Central Texas Outdoor says, Kyle, is a butt plug isn't one of them, I'm not interested. Is a butt plug isn't one of them, I'm not interested. Damn, Texas. Froosh. With your froosh ass. Oh my god. Right on cue. Is a butt plug isn't one of them, I'm not interested. Number 13. I teacher assisted for my professor in college, who gave me a pretty standard rubric for grading papers. This one kid handed in a paper with 0 citations. I handed back the paper, and I was expecting flack from this kid, since most people had gotten in the 90s. Of course Vanessa destroyed it. Of course Vanessa took it. Vanessa is now the holy stream boss of the stream. Queen Vanessa once again. Credit where credit is due. Vanessa, I love you. I missed my emojis. How did I forget that I still have these? What a world. At any rate, as we continued this entry, I handed back the paper and was expecting flack from the kid, since most people scored in around the 90s. He came up to me and says, so if I had cited anything, I would have gotten a 99 instead of a 74? And I said, yup. And he turned around and nodded. He got 100 on his next paper. Follow directions, people. I guess that's it. Interesting. Nice to see Jesus in the stream chat. I hope you're doing well, man. Damn. For 9 months, he carried me. Abby D says, oh my god, I finally made it to the stream. I have 5 minutes before my next client. I'm just, Did she just spell my name wrong? That dirty bitch. Oh my god. What is this, your first day? As we roll up to number 12 on the list of 15 dumbest things that students sent teachers. We arrive at number, well, you already said what number we're on. All right, take it down a notch. I once had a student turn in a plagiarized essay. This is becoming a theme. It was super obvious just from the weird shifts in language. They had matched the fonts and everything at least, but I did get a few that didn't. But they also left a hyperlink that they tried to disguise by removing the underlining and changing the color to black. Nice. I mean, you go into that kind of effort. Why not just, what a world. What kind of world are you living in for real? Number 11. You had the time to, let's not even think about it. That'll break your mind if you think about it. It'll break your mind. Number 11. High school English teacher here. A while back, I assigned my students a writing assignment in which they had to make up their own creation myth. You know, like God was all like, guess what, baby? One day it was dark, now it's bright. Fuck you niggas, I'ma give y'all life. Blam. And then he shake his hand like he was rolling dice. And he was like, wow. And then Adam was all like, what it do, pops? Oh, damn. It's kind of lonely out in this piece. And then God stick his hand in that motherfucker like, God, my ribs, what are you doing, my man? And he's like, I just created you. I brought you in this world and I can bring you out, baby. Is that what you're calling this? A world? You crazy guy? Yeah, I'm crazy. And for my next trick, check out these titties. Damn, what you call this bitch? She a lady, a woman. You man, she woman. You like them titties? Her name is Eve. Oh my God, because they E-cups. EVE. Extraterrestrial. Oh wait, that's EBE. Kyle, stop. This is what happens when you go on past one list. Bad, Kyle. Now, high school English teacher here. A while back, I was assigning my students a writing assignment in which they had to create their own creation myth. As we had to read some creation myths from different cultures around the world and made note of the similarities and differences. Basically, they would tell me how something natural in our world was first created. My favorite essay was titled, Why Are Trees? Bruh. Or something to that effect. The entire paper was just one sentence. I can't remember exactly, but I think it was something along the lines of, seriously, trees? Why are they? I laughed, I cried, I gave them a 0, and I moved on. Oh my God. Hey, Jesus says, hey Kyle, what do you think of YouTube getting rid of YouTube gaming? Pff, news to me, my man. I didn't know. I had no idea. My finger's not on the pulse, you know what I mean? I need myself a big titty secretary that's just gonna sit down and browse the internet exclusively for me and float me shit that may or may not be relevant enough for me to, I want to say, know about, because I'm just, Also, to anybody listening to this, if you play PlayStation 4 and play Warframe, or used to play PlayStation 4 and play Warframe, this is even more pertinent to you. I need all of your stuff, okay? I love you. Get a hold of me on Snapchat, CYAEL, and, let's coordinate you giving me everything you got, I know what it's like. I know what it's like to used to play a thing and then not play it anymore, It's pretty fucked up. I can't believe I'm going to have to spoof because I'm not going out on Thursday. All them fucking Mewtwo's I'm gonna have, because now they're gonna be irrelevant. Now the Mewtwo's will be irrelevant tonight. Irrelevant Mewtwo's. Linda said, Kyle, did you see the Captain Marvel preview yet? Yes, I did, and I was completely unimpressed by it. That's exactly the phrase that I use, is unimpressed. And you know me, I'm a Marvel fuck boy who is all down and ready, The bottom line was that trailer just wasn't as impressive as other trailers were. Give me 1 second, I apologize. To quickly address it before we move on, the only thing that I'll say about it is that if any of you know what I'm talking about, when you think back to the Black Panther trailer, it had Run the Jewels in it as like a song. I watched that trailer probably like 15 motherfucking times, all right? Let's move from there back to like Guardians of the Galaxy trailer. That song had, even for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, they would throw a song in there that really had a vibe that made you just like go, damn, this is something that I want to see. It leaves an impression on you, okay? And then you think about the Thor Ragnarok trailer. And you think about Thor throwing that hammer at Hela, and you hear that music, and she breaks that fucking hammer, baby. And before that trailer is even properly off to a start, you're like, oh shit, okay? Towards the end, you seeing Hulk and that Planet Hulk shit. All right, that's a trailer. Now, if I had to give another phrase to the Captain Marvel trailer today, it would be generic. Something about that trailer was like, yup, it's a movie and it's coming. And I'm like, that's great. That's great. Ugh. But, I don't know. I wanted another trailer, and I'm not saying that the trailer demanded a song, but I would say that if you were to strip the visuals out of that Captain Marvel trailer and just listen to it as like audio, it would be that generic boat horn bullshit that you hear in every fucking action movie trailer that's just AIDS. And you expect more from Marvel because they've been doing it better. So they need to come correct, especially with this fucking female thing. Yep. Not that she has anything more to prove, but in today's sorry ass society, she certainly does. So number 10, cells are bad. My uncle lives in a cell. It's 10 foot by 12, and he has to read the same boring old magazine every day. The end. Well, what a sad story about their uncle living in a cell in jail. I wonder who that uncle touched. You don't know that, Kyle. He probably just got caught with like a fingernail's worth of weed. This society. This society. Somebody says, if I recall correctly, the term for a biological cell was actually chosen because the first researcher who discovered the cell said that they look like the cells that monks live in at monasteries. Bruh. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. So as we continue. Number 9. I teach history at a local community college, and you wouldn't believe some of the takes people have on historical figures. I hope these takes are hot, brah. Being in the deep south, I'm used to the old Lincoln was a dictator and Sherman was a war criminal, shit like this. But ancient Rome was a black civilization probably takes the cake in terms of vagueness of sources and why on earth that needs to be debated in the first place. Some people will debate some wild shit if you're willing to listen. You know what I'm talking about? Let's have a debate about how I need Chex Mix in my life. And if y'all don't go to my wish list and send me some Chex Mix, baby. I'm just kidding. I'm not sure. Well, thank you, Sky Alexander. I hope that that's where you're also shooting. You know what I mean? As far as your dreams and ambitions are concerned, I hope you're also shooting for the sky. You know? You deserve no less. Give me that pring prong. Why does it have to be part of the prime pantry? You see the problem? Like, and why does the bag look so rumpled? Like you kept this shit. Like you bought like 50 of them one day and then just left them in a box and was like, yeah, I'll send them out, whatever. You know? Oh shit. But it's not prime, bitch. But it's not prime, bitch. God damn. As we roll back to this list and put a bow on this motherfucker, number 8, a grade 12 student who never showed up to class and never turned any homework or assignments tried to breakfast club me with a heartfelt personal essay on his final exam. He even tried to end it with, man, I know this isn't what you were looking for, but it's what I know and feel. And he even capitalized feel. Hey, 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 hey. What the fuck? Don't you forget about me. I still failed the shit out of him. Don't. Yoshi fan said, didn't Chex Mix have that shooter game? Is this true? Kyle wants to know. Chex Mix shooter. Chex Quest full playthrough? Oh my god, did Chex have a fucking Doom knockoff? Is this real life? Chex had a fucking Doom knockoff. That is too cool. Chex Mix gets points. They put Van Gogh, I don't know. In a Chex Mix thing. Is that the Mona Lisa back there with a Chex Mix shirt? A Chex shirt? Like, what the hell is this? My nose is like trying to, absorb me. We're gonna have to end this soon. As we continue up to number 7. There are dead things here, and the soil looks like it's washed away. Rivers here are nice, and so is the weather. This is a nice place. The full essay response. It was supposed to be a 10-page essay. My roommate was the teacher for this, and it's a college course. Unbelievable. Swagsticle says, I could eat Muddy Buddies with milk. Girl, I think that's entirely too rich, and you shouldn't be eating no damn Muddy Buddies with milk. This ain't the 90s, girl. You can't be having cookies for cereal and, for breakfast. You know what I'm talking about? Back in the 90s, I was in a very famous TV show. I'm Bojack the Horse. Bojack the Horse. Don't act like you don't know. Back in the 90s, though, all the cereal was amazing. And y'all ain't going to hear this, but I've said this before on stream a billion times. And my hope is that somewhere out there, just the biggest of titties will be like, oh my fucking god, I love that cereal too. But the cereal that is my favorite cereal in the world was this multigrain Cheerios cereal. And I know that sounds gross because it is. The one that I like was like a honey variation of it. Bruh. And it was called like Jumbo or something like that. And it was like a rice. No, it wasn't Cheerios. It was Rice Krispies. And it came in an orange box. And it was fucking delicious, my dude. Super discontinued, I'm certain. Super discontinued, I'm certain. I know it sounds gross because it says multigrain. But trust me, this was some of the honeyest shit that you have ever tried in your life. It was delicious. All right. And it was my favorite cereal in the world, and it completely doesn't exist now. It completely doesn't exist, and it breaks my heart because I need why the stuff that I like don't gotta exist no more. You see what I'm saying? You know what else used to exist that was dope? The Doritos 3Ds that came in the green bag. The green bag Doritos 3Ds. The green bag. I liked them. What about me? I gotta go to Mexico to try to find this now? With all the rats in the bags? Rats in the bags. Rats in the bag. Number 6. I was tutoring a college student who really wanted to write about an infinity energy machine. He saw one on YouTube as a serious topic for research, and he based his essay on renewable power. I eventually told him that if he could find peer-reviewed sources, that we could. We looked for pretty much the whole hour. He then explained to me that there aren't any because of conspiracy. Ooh. Okay, so I realized that was not so ineffective, me muting my microphone, but it could have been worse. I love you, and I just want to know that even though you don't Snapchat me and tell me that you love me on a daily basis, that, I'm coming for you in your dreams. You can't say shit like that. I'm coming for you in your dreams. What a stupid thing to say. I feel like my ear is a little blocked up. As I was blowing my nose a little too hard. Don't you hate when that happens? Number 5. I worked a short stint, almost a full semester, as a substitute teacher to pay the bills. Some of the substitute jobs I took were multi-day ones that required me to grade papers. During one job, I got a group of 11th graders that were doing a history unit on the Holocaust. One of the assignments was a short essay research paper in reaction to a video about Auschwitz. One kid in the class wrote for her paper, "I don't understand why these people are going to this camp." Oh no. It doesn't even look like it would be fun. Oh no. There's no canoes or campfires. Okay, look, I was looking up the oh yeah from, you know, the Kool-Aid Man, and of course when I clicked the button, that's what started playing. That's bad. You shouldn't have been trying to set that up. But I said oh no 2 times, and then I was like, dude, you got to do oh yeah for the third one. Oh yeah. That's not the oh yeah I was looking for though. I wasn't really sure what to do in response. So I set her paper aside from the other students' papers and left a note to her regular teacher to discuss this with them when they returned. For what the district paid substitutes, I was not getting paid enough to deal with that situation. They don't pay me enough for this. What? Unbelievable. Hey, look, somebody named Yonina said, I love running the jewels. We was talking about that an hour ago. So do you like the idea that somebody maybe paused the stream, went to go make themselves a bowl of cereal, you know, because they hoarding all the last boxes of jumbo multigrain Rice Krispies that I want and won't send me nothing. And what you mean sign into chat? Excuse yourself? Yo, what the fuck? YouTube is telling me to sign into chat right now. Where do they do that at, YouTube? I just wanted to use some of my own damn emojis and shit. Trying to tell me to sign in, you honky? You honky nigga? Hold up. Why does it have to be this way? I'll just use the emoji in the side window. Does anyone like the kitty? Nobody likes the kitty? Yeah, I don't care. That's fucked up. Y'all supposed to like that kitty. Jeez. That being said, let's continue up this list and put a bow on this. You guys seem pretty laid back. I hope your day or night is going well. I wonder if anybody's working right now. Interesting. Now, number 4 reads as follows. The first history essay I ever graded was back in teacher training about Sino-US relations in the 1900s. It started something like, relations between the US and China were really tense during the 20th century. The worst bit was definitely when China attacked Pearl Harbor and the US retaliated with 2 nuclear bombs. Are you sure it was China? Are you sure about that? If I recall correctly, this was followed by a lot of good, solid information, and I had a hard time figuring out what a fair grade would be. I like it. I like it. You're such a fucking hoe. Stop it. You made it a good day or two with that crap not in your head. I don't like bad music, but I do like fun, and that video's fun, man. Number 3. I had a student turn in a paper that I wrote and published on my own faculty page as an example for the assignment. Unbelievable. He found it by Googling my name and the title of the assignment. He didn't notice that it came from my own site. I guess he also didn't ever even click on the link in the syllabus that took him straight to said site/paper. Good times. Every time you need a payment. Who's appreciating that? Who's like 50 years old in this fucking stream, okay? Put me in your will, man. Make me your inheritance, man. The Streamlabs link donation is in the description. I believe in you. Or just take a card and go over to Amazon. Buy everything on the wish list, my dude. Everything. I like to think that one day, one of you is going to come into an inheritance. One of you is going to meet somebody and they're going to be like, look, man, I'm crazy about you. Your titties are just perfect. I've never met a person like you in my entire life. Now, I do have tons of riches, but for whatever reason, they're all on prepaid Visa, MasterCards. So I'm going to give you a bunch of those and you're going to be like, what am I going to do with all these prepaid Visa MasterCards? And let me tap the mic. I'll tell you what you could do with those prepaid Visa MasterCards. So we roll up to number 2, college course freshman orientation kind of thing. This is what college will demand for students who weren't quite ready for the 101. Assign them an introductory short essay about anything that they wanted. Just something they're interested in. Let me see what I'm working with. Let me see what you're working with. Show me what you're working with. Been so long. You have got to stop. You have got to stop tonight with these old ass songs. Show me. Oh my God. Danger. It was by Mystical, wasn't it? You man. Oh man. Nothing. Don't worry about whatever this is. Okay. Mystical. Danger. That should be something I sing for the channel for sure. Yeah. Mystical was like the only dude you can recall that had a do-rag as part of his look. Maybe Ludacris for a short amount of time. But I'm sure all of you consider that ludicrous. That joke's never been made before. My God, Kyle. Are you some kind of comedian? Unbelievable. Look, I wanted to see what I was working with, right? One of these essays read verbatim, I am interested in blueberry muffin, like how they round on top and riped on the side. That what I like. That what I like. Hey, look, big titties. That what I like. I like how they round on top and riped on the side. Girl, come over here. I need to tell you something. You know, I've been admiring you from across the room, and I can't shake how flawless, how round you are on the top, but riped on the side, girl. I think about what you have and what you got and what I want, and I recognize that what I like, girl. I love it content, Kyle. Yes. Oh my God. Oh, you love it content? Me love it you comment, okay? Me love it you comment. That what I like. Jordan Ross says, Kyle, I appreciate the Good Times reference. Oh my God, girl. What era are you from? Okay. What era? Oh my God. She did not. I'm going down now, baby. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pie. Number 1. We gotta get out of here. Oh no, wait. The person says, I kept that one on my fridge. That's the end of that. Okay. Number 1. I am so sorry. I feel like whoever was born like 10 years ago, I am alienating you, and that's rude. I'm just making references to a lot of old and hilarious songs. And they ain't that old, I think. You know? But the 90s were like 30 years ago now. That's the scary part. So, as we continue. Number 1. Maybe not what you're getting at, but some entertaining approaches to essays, including a kid who turned in 3 pages with a sentence on each page. He said it meets the requirements for a 3-page essay since nothing in the instructions said how many words had to be on each page. The kid who put 4 pages of Wikipedia quotes in quotes and cited, what the fuck? Oh my God. I don't know how they're getting in. This is actually starting to scare me. There are these gnats in here, but like they're not like fruit flies. Where did they come from and what do they want? Jesus. Usually I open the garage door and like maybe a couple will get in. But I'm feeling attacked now. I'm scared. Look, he said there was no limit to how much of the essay could be quotes. Apparently I get a bunch of future lawyers. I like that he hit your ass with technicalities, my dude. He was like, listen, I have reviewed the requirements. Oh boy. Milky C says, I'm alone. To anyone who feels alone, you know that I'm available to you. So send me a snap, send me a, I don't know, a request on Skype or something. Go to the Discord and then talk it out with people. But rest assured, I definitely only use the Discord to notify people who otherwise might not get a notification of the stream. So if you're watching this on YouTube after it was streamed and you want to be notified of a stream in the future so that you can be a part of the live stream because you haven't been getting notified by YouTube, just join the Discord, and when it goes live, if not me, someone will typically let everybody know via a quick little notification that the stream is live. Prelude was kind enough to do it tonight, so shout out to him. Special thanks to Vanessa for her contribution tonight. I want to thank my hardcore sponsors on YouTube. You guys are, look at you. You just make me, want, my mind's telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. I want to thank my patrons for being amazing. My name is who? My name is what? My name is Flicker. Appreciative of my patrons. Oh man, why you guys put up with me, man? That being said, thank you for attending. Thank you for attending. That's so formal. Thank you for being here. I love you, and you'll see me again soon. Jesus Christ, with these freaking. Okay. Yeah. I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Do what you need to do. Stay out of trouble. Try not to stress. Just, take deep breaths. I know you got shit that you got to do. And I'm not implying that, you should just take it down so hard that you don't get those things done. But, don't shorten your life by stressing more than you need to. So, take some time for you whenever you can get those moments. And don't beat yourself up too much. Love you. And I wish you a wonderful week. Stay perfect. Good night.